Hi, I'm Gemma Peanut. Here in my hands is Canon's much-loved EOS 80D. Now this camera has been popular amongst enthusiast photographers because it packs a punch with specs, but doesn't have the price tag of professional-grade cameras. But now, Canon have introduced the successor to the 80D, and boy have they stepped things up a notch. Introducing the new Canon90D. The performance of this bad boy is hot on the heels of Canon's 7D Mark II. Now you might be wondering what all the fuss is about and if it's worth the upgrade from the trusty 80D or any other cameras in this series. Or perhaps you're entering the world of DSLR photography for the first time, but you want to dive into something that leapfrogs the entry-level cameras into something that's a little more professional. So I'm here to do a hands-on review and comparison that breaks down my favorite new features and upgrades that makes this Canon90D stand out from the pack. So as always, let's start by having a look at the camera bodies. And straight away you can see that on the 90D, Canon have maintained all the juicy dials that we love to play with, as well as all the enhanced controls that keeps a DSLR lover like me so loyal. But what you can't see, but what you can certainly feel, is that Canon have extended the length of the grip while keeping the body lighter than the 80D. Now this is definitely a design choice to maximize comfort, and as a female photographer with questionable hand strength, I welcome any opportunity for improved ergonomical design that allows me to carry my camera as well as my heavy lenses with much greater ease. Now in my time as a photographer, I've used a variety of different cameras. And I have to say that the optical viewfinder on these DSLR cameras still win my heart. When you look through the optical viewfinder, you are literally seeing straight out of the lens. Now this gives you a very clear, sharp and authentic view of the scene without the risk of a delay or blurring, which you sometimes experience with a digital viewfinder. On the back of the camera, you can see a new feature, which is the new multi-controller joystick. I find this joystick particularly handy as it allows me to change my focus point with speed and precision. And the newer 90D model boasts a 45-point autofocus system, which means I'm getting much more coverage over the optical viewfinder area for sharper images. Now that we've compared the two cameras, let's take this new baby outside to test out its upgraded shooting features and see what it's really made of. As the saying goes, never work with children or animals, so I thought what better way to put this camera to the ultimate test by attempting to capture my very own daughter. One of my favorite features of this camera is the 3-inch vari-angle LCD. The maneuverability of the screen means that I can get creative with my framing and capture tricky angles while maintaining my posture and not breaking my back. The 3-inch screen is designed to be touch sensitive, not only making it easier to navigate your way through the menu options, but also making your focus point selection easier, as well as my all-time favorite, the touch and shoot feature. Now, I'm a sucker for capturing movement in my images. I think it adds dynamism to a photograph, but we all know that capturing moving subjects in crisp focus can be rather challenging. But with the autofocus tracking feature, it makes it so much easier. And with the new 90D, Canon have now added 10 frames per second continuous shooting mode with full autofocus tracking. So let's take a look and see how this works. It's as simple as tapping the Q button, selecting this option, and then selecting high speed continuous, and you're good to go. But for me, what really sets this camera apart and why I recommend it so highly is its movie function. The new 90D shoots in 4K and slow motion in full HD. So now capturing video will feel even more cinematic, whether you use your camera as a hobby to capture your adventures or for documenting precious memories and moments, big or small, of your loved ones. So these are just some of the features which make the 90D an impressive continuation of this Canon series, and why I feel this is a perfect camera for photography enthusiasts looking for a high performance yet easy to use DSLR. With the 80D still one of Canon's most popular cameras, the 90D is sure to be an absolute crowd pleaser.